game. Tough night for Marcus Smart and the Celtics as their season is over. The Heat moving on to the finals to get the Lakers 125-113. Tough to believe Miami was the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. They're just the 3rd team seeded 5th or lower to reach the NBA Finals since seeding began, which is, they got a good sample size, 35 years ago. Knicks lost the 99 Finals in 5 games to the Spurs, and the Rockets on the other side swept the Magic. That was 1995.
All right, Coach Spoelstra joining us soon on SportsCenter, but nothing is official until Stephen A. Smith renders his judgment on an NBA contest. And before we get deep into the Heat going on forward, this is personal for you, is it not? Heat, Lakers. What's the background on that?
Well, it's a devastating blow. I mean, for my entire career covering the NBA, which spans nearly a quarter century, I have been clamoring for Miami and L.A. to be in the finals for obvious reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with basketball. Nevertheless, that is not what happened because even though they're in the NBA finals, the bottom line is everybody's in a bubble in Central Florida as opposed to South Beach or La La. Hooray for the 2 teams.
Okay, but we got to celebrate.
But it doesn't do much for me.
Pretty good run by this.
Well, you go ahead and do that.
We need you to join in a bit. As we mentioned earlier in the show, this team was 75-1 to win the whole thing. You wanted it for different reasons, but when did you start to believe in the Miami Heat? They just seem to get better and better and better.
Well, watching them go up against the Greek Freak and the Milwaukee Bucks and the way they ran them out of the gym, the reality of the situation is that they clearly look like the better team, and we recognize that when they're hitting perimeter shots, they can beat anybody. We know about the leadership of Jimmy Butler, how he's a dog, make no mistake about it. We see the agility of the athleticism of a Bam Adebayo. But when you look at Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, certainly I'm not comparing them to Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. But in terms of these guys and their ability to shoot the basketball and to really go get it, when you see a guard tandem, the way that they're capable of playing together and what they're capable of doing from the perimeter, if they give you the kind of production that Tyler Hero gave you in Game 4 when he dropped 37, a guy like Duncan Robinson tonight, drops 5 3-pointers, hits 5 of 7 shots from the 5 of 7 shots from 3-point range. When they're doing those kind of things, you can't count them out against anybody, particularly in today's NBA. So they put everybody on notice when they were Ramrod and the Milwaukee Bucks, who were the #1 seed, that they were here and they were coming. And you sort of knew. I picked them to beat Boston in 7 games, not 6. But it's because of their moxie, their athleticism, the dog inside of their chest, the way they go after it, and the fact that the matter is they're deep and they play together. And that's why they're going to the NBA Finals. Now they're about to run into King James. We'll see what happens.